what I'm trying to move people towards in this conversation is not to be so hung up on this feeling that their identity is fixed. You don't have to be from one place. Your identity, whoever you are, however you exist in this world, and where you belong, it can be fluid. You can belong to many places and at the same time as well. And so oftentimes it's almost like a pledge of allegiance to say where you are from. You know, like you have to say you are from here or you're from there. I know that if I call myself just Congolese, when I'm back home, some people that might not necessarily agree with that. And so I'm trying to really like get people to understand the fluidity of their existence, you know, that wherever they belong, they can belong in multiple spaces. They don't have to be fixed, and it doesn't have to be this confusion of being just from one place or another. Sense of belonging was something that I guess I had much more of an immediate conflict with, you know, being in a household that had very different cultural values to the place where I had grown up. Although London was very diverse at the time, there still wasn't a lot of people who were Congolese, so I still found myself having to explain myself and having to navigate different situations in a way that was unfamiliar to me. You know, but I think it all really helped for me to discover myself more, and for me to be able to ask questions and somehow find the answer to them. And I don't think that's an experience that's exclusive to me, or an exclusive experience to immigrants or refugees. I think it's something that we all go through as human beings. Grown up always being really passionate about stories and about narratives. I read lots of books growing up, and I wanted to discover more books about myself and my background, more books about the people who came from where I came from. And so the more I read, the more I felt like I could also write about an experience, write about a story that maybe others could relate to. Because I know for me, when I speak to people and I tell them, yeah, about my refugee background, they're really surprised to hear about, you know, the fact that I come from a refugee family, that we came here as refugees and what we experienced back home. And I think that as, you know, globalization kind of speeds up and human beings are more closer connected around the world than we've ever been, people are just going to keep moving around to different places, you know, and so it's just going to cause more confusion. I think we should allow ourselves to just like accept that we can and do belong to different places. You know, I don't really approach things trying to get people to think a particular way or to try and force compassion onto people. I don't really think you can do that. You can't force people to become human beings, you know. But I know that when you tell a story and when people hear a story, there's something that happens within them, you know, within them. There's stories convince us of realities more than statistics do. And so when we can share stories in a way that engages each other, that's where we get to change the way people think.